Okay, I'm going to try to show you how to install this code in under 10 minutes. So if you're watching at 2x speed, it's under 5 minutes. So first, go to the GenAISecretSauce.com website, and we're going to scroll down to the GenAI Secret Sauce for notes from videos. All the way down at the bottom is a GitHub link. Go ahead and click on that. Once GitHub is loaded, click on the green code button. We can do a git clone on the URL provided or just download a zip. For those who are not developers and may not have Git installed, I'm going to go ahead and download this zip. I will unzip the zip, and I'm just going to drag this to my desktop for easy access. I am on a Mac for those of you who are PC users. I'm going to go ahead and rename this. We'll just remove the -main. And then I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to open the folder that I just saved to my desktop, and we'll go ahead and allow it because I just downloaded this from the internet and we're going to trust this. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create an environment variable file to store our OpenAI API keys. And I'm going to save this as a .env file. So yes, it will need to start with a period, and yes, it will ask you if you're sure you want it to start with a period. Now we need to get your OpenAI API key, and we're going to do that in the developer platform. I have a direct link that is linked inside of the README file. Once you're there, you've already created an account, you've set up billing. You can create an API key. I'm just creating a temporary API key because I will delete this after this video is created, and I'm going to paste it into my environment variable. We will save that, and then we are ready to move on to the next step, which is we're going to open up a new terminal window. So we need to go into the server directory. So we're going to do a CD for change directory and then server. And we're going to install all the dependencies that I have set up for the backend server. And it should only take a couple of seconds, but after the dependencies are installed, we will need to install the Whisper language model. You can see all the details inside of the readme.md, which is a markdown file. I'm going to go ahead and copy this curl command because this is our next step, and this will download the model as well as install it in the right folders for us. It is defaulting to English. If your videos that you're trying to transcribe are in a different language, then you are going to need to select a different model and also update the source code. Something else that you can do in Visual Studio Code is you have the ability to preview Markdown in a format that is more visually appealing and easier to skim for those of you who may not be as familiar with Markdown. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do an npm start so we can start the server. And since this is the first time that we are running it, it is going to take a little bit longer because it does need to install Whisper. And we have an environment variable error because I didn't put the .env file inside of the server subfolder. So go ahead and drag and drop your .env file into the server folder and then try npm start again. And it looks like we're good. So we can move on to the next step. You're going to open a new terminal window and you're going to cd change directory to your client directory this time. And we're going to install all of our dependencies. Once the dependencies are done installing, you can do an npm start so you can start your front end client server. It will give you a URL, which is a local host address, meaning it is running on your local system. Okay, we're going to go ahead and select a file. I just have a TikTok video that I happened to download recently about a show that I wanted to watch, but it is a short video, so it's going to process pretty quickly for us. And it does have narration, so it will be able to transcribe it and create notes. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you behind the scenes. If I go back to Visual Studio Code and I click on the server terminal window, I can see a log of everything that is happening behind the scenes. I can also expand my directory structure over here on the left and show you all the files that are being created, including the audio file that was taken from the video, all the screenshots that were taken every time it detected a scene change, and then the video file that was uploaded locally. And you can see that we also have the transcript in JSON format as well as a full text format with time codes. I will go back to the browser, and since the transcript has already been created, we do see the generated transcript in our web page. But it will take a few more minutes for it to create the Markdown, the HTML, the RTF with the embedded screenshots. Once it's done, you see we can click on this download zip, but you can also see that a zip folder has been created with that zip file under our directory structure locally. I'll go ahead and download it. I will open it. And once the zip is expanded, we can see the full directory structure with our screenshots and our HTML and our RTF as well as our Markdown. Okay, and I'm going to go back to Visual Studio Code so I can give you a preview of this Markdown. And you will see that it includes the introduction, the summary, and there are screenshots that are automatically embedded based on the time codes. So they show up in the appropriate time inside of your AI generated summary. And if we keep going, we do have key points, we have a glossary, and then finally at the bottom, we have frequently asked questions. Hopefully you find this tool useful, and please subscribe to GenAI Secret Sauce as I will continue to post different GenAI applications that I build to automate my everyday workflow.